This will be interesting to watch back.
Very lovely to have you. Thank you for taking the time. We are with Guy. He is Hotel Director of the Pig, and you are 10 years in the game, aren't you?
11 years with the company now.
11 years. So you've been with the Pig for over a decade. Why hospitality? Was there a light bulb moment, or was it something that just felt right for you?
It's a really good question. I think it just felt right. I mean, I'm from a big family. We've always been quite boisterous and noisy around the dinner table, and doing some work experience when I was much younger. Going into a kitchen, I just thought, this is it. This is the life. It's addictive.
Yeah.
The sort of energy and the passion, and from there, I've just navigated through each department and each different brands.
I've never been in hospitality, so I love it from a customer perspective. I've never really worked in hospitality, but it seems if one part of the team drops out, the team doesn't function very well. It is a big family thing, isn't it?
It's a big tight-knit crew.
Yeah. It's no secret that the hospitality industry can be very challenging and demanding. For someone one day dreaming of running a place like the Pig, what would be your key bit of advice?
I suppose open to learning is probably the biggest thing I've come to appreciate as you climb the ranks and move around in the industry. The moment you think you've learned it is the moment you're probably starting to drop your standards. So just constantly being open-minded, constantly looking, learning, listening. What the staff do today were completely different to 10, 20 years ago. So just, I suppose, being able to adapt and just listen. It is probably the biggest snippet I can give everyone.
Okay. Everything's changing, move with the times.
Always.
What is one thing about being a hotel director that would surprise us, but that is perhaps a normal part of your day?
Well, one of the great things about working for the Pigs, we have a lot of animals and gardens, so certainly coming through the ranks in London, that wasn't an element of the job I was aware of or even knew existed. So here, on a hot day, you might find me watering the pigs to keep them cold, or walking the gardens, which is probably one of the best bits of the job.
That'd probably be my favourite as well, I think.
Yeah, so it's not too bad.
There's something special about the New Forest, isn't there?
Pretty unique place.
Yeah. And I mean, you're saying coming from London for that part, totally different.
No tubes here, almost no buses. It's a pretty great place to live and work.
The team's family-like dynamic is pretty legendary. What are your core strategies as the hotel director to maintain such a strong team dynamic?
I wouldn't necessarily label them as core strategies. They're probably just innate behaviours we follow. And then maybe if someone was trying to write down what we do, they describe it as a strategy. But we try to operate in a slightly more organic, natural way. So if we hire good people that want to talk, maintain eye contact, we can teach them to carry a plate, which everyone does at home. Teach them to pour a glass of wine, which everyone probably does several times at home. And so really to create that sort of family environment, that team bond, it's just treat them like adults, especially if they're at the younger end of the age spectrum, looking after them. So it could be anything to do with really bad day before they get to work, and just listening, and then educate them. So it might be working in the restaurant, but making sure they've seen the bedrooms or seen the animals, seen the garden grounds. And I think much like at home, you just spend time with your friends. You don't really have a strategy to say, with my friend this year, I'm going to do something great for them. You just think at that time in their life they need it, we're going to be there for them. And I think it's probably the way that all the managers operate here is being there for their team, making sure we curate the experience of the guest, and ultimately have a bit of fun.
What a lovely way to look at it.
Thank you.
I'm naturally from an office environment, and it is very much strategy based. So how you look after a team, as much as you look after individuals as your friend, and you try to build that relationship, you're nurturing your team to do things they already know how to do, but just in a certain style that suits your venue and the vision that you have. So you've grown alongside the Pigs expansion. What advice would you give to leaders who are facing similar growth and perhaps challenges?
I suppose if you're open-minded, willing to work hard, willing to learn new skills, then I've been fortunate enough in the Pig to hold on to the coattails of expansion, and my career is really, I've been very fortunate to get where I am today. Maybe if I was in a company that wasn't growing as fast, I wouldn't have had that opportunity, or I wouldn't be where I am today. So for me, those are really exciting times where you can hold on to what makes the brand special, and as it expands, share that with all the new talent coming in and all the new guests. So yeah, just be really open-minded and be willing to work really hard.
Yeah,
you'll be all right.
Absolutely. It goes back to the question I asked you earlier, isn't it? It's just grow with the times, really.
Yeah, I think it's probably you could answer most questions in the industry with, you know, just have loads of energy, loads of passion, loads of dedication, and just be a good, kind person, and then everything else will take care of itself. But the moment you deviate off those sort of 4 core aspects, we've all worked for managers that we didn't want to work with, or loads of people have a story where they've left because the manager was X, Y, or Z, and I think, you know, we don't actively go out and say let's not be that, but we just know who we are, and we really want to just continue to deliver that.
Yeah, be honest to that, and be honest to what you think people need, and that's all you can do, isn't it, really?
Yeah, we make mistakes all the time, and we're all right with that, as will the staff, and we're very honest with that. You know, made a mistake, brilliant. Just try not to make it to tomorrow, but at the same time, everyone's got to make mistakes, and everyone's at the first time in their job when they're nervous, or the first time doing a skill. So it's really important that that environment allows mistakes and allows people to communicate without feeling like they're going to be embarrassed or made to feel uncomfortable.
Everyone goes, exactly as you said, everyone goes through the same thing. You have to start somewhere, don't you? Yeah, I agree. Beyond your day-to-day, your mentor at Oxford Brookes University.
Yes, I didn't do it for the last 2 years, but yeah, I've just stopped doing that. Yeah.
Wow, and how many years did you do that for?
I think 10, 11.
Wow, that's a lot, and that's where you studied, isn't it?
I did, yeah. So I went to university there and did hotel and restaurant management.
That's quite nice to go back and mentor for that.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had people that I viewed as big brothers or sisters or uncles or aunts in the industry that have been in trouble. You could give them a call and say I'm in trouble, and they give you really good, honest advice. You've made a mistake, or, you know, we advise behaviour like this. And I just feel like those conversations, even if it was I'm going for an interview, help with some questions. I've always found that, you know, I'm super grateful for people giving me their time. So if I could give it back to the next generation, help them, that'd be great, and maybe I'll learn something off them too. So, yeah. I
think that's so important when you're developing your skills, understanding an industry, to have mentors and to have, well, as you put it, big brothers, and it's again, it goes back to the family side of things in hospitality. You've obviously got a very successful career alongside mentoring. How do you balance that all with?
I mean, I'd say, I do really well. I'm sure my wife would say I could be much better. I think, you know, as you learn, as you grow older and you experience more, time management is really important. Self-care is really important. And there's words that didn't exist when I grew up that exist today. But arguably it comes back down to, you know, what do you want to do with your life? And you can ask yourself those questions. What will your gravestone read? Or if you had 2 years left to live, what would you do? And I think it's about filling your time with things that are really important. So work is, you know, deeply important to me. I'm deeply passionate about it. My wife, super important to me. My children constantly remind me that everything is insignificant as I watch them grow up. So it's just balancing, and, you know, I do get it wrong, but again, accept that if I've got it wrong, probably going to be told off and have to redeem myself. And if I've got it right, you know, revel in those moments and not be on my phone thinking about work, but be in that moment with my family.
Yeah, that must be difficult too, because this means so much to you, but your family means so much to you.
Yeah, and it's a 24/7 business, so it doesn't turn off. There's no go home, shut the laptop, the office shuts. You know, this beautiful hotel runs 24/7 all year round, and even, you know, our staff are humans, so they don't turn off either. So you're constantly tethered to the hotel, but there's a really strong team behind me, so they can actually help massively pick up so much of the stress that it's not all just on me. Very lucky in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just a few people that I've met already are very warm, very welcoming. It's Gary, for example.
Hero.
What a lovely bloke.
Yeah, legend.
Oh, isn't he just?
Yeah.
Love him. That's just nice. It's something that I don't think you get that. You walk into a hotel and just to be greeted in that way. How are you? What can I do? It's really nice.
Yeah, it should feel like a home. The whole purpose of the pig is that you should come in and feel slightly disarmed, relaxed. You can take off your shoes, you can barefoot if you really want, but we're very relaxed. You shouldn't feel like you're on your best behaviour, being watched or judged.
I think you're doing a brilliant job at that. The Pig brand promises laid-back luxury. How do you nail the perfect balance?
It's very hard, is the answer. Between the team and I, you try to find a line between being casual and professional, and you're trying to find somewhere in there this 10% window of delivering informal, articulate service with the ability for it to be better than at home, where you don't have to lift a finger. And yet we don't want to be a 5-star where you feel like you must be on your best behaviour at a royal banquet. So a lot of time, effort, training, a lot of reviewing, reflecting, listening to guests' feedback, listening to the team, what they want, and then just repeat. Constantly analyse and repeat.
Yeah.
I mean, on one hand, it's a really simple message, and it is really simple to deliver. If we talk to our friends and you take it out of a professional environment, you don't sort of say, oh, how do you build that friendship, and how are you just so kind to your friend, or how do you know to pick up the phone when they're feeling sad? And it's a similar philosophy at work, really.
I thought it was quite apt that when you were talking about feeling relaxed, take your shoes off, if you like, literally just after a guest walked through in pink pyjamas.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
I really hope that
I didn't
was
notice.
that
Yeah.
was captured at the perfect moment.
And that
What a
person
legend.
laughing is my wife. So I was like,
Oh, is it?
yeah. And I was thinking, I wonder if she's listening to this question about her work-life balance.
So she's here right now.
So she used to run the Pig in the Wall, and now she works here for us, helping with the F&B team.
How long she? Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. That must be so nice having her around.
Oh, I think that there's some benefits to it.
Careful now.
Yeah, this is dangerous. No, it is great. It is
Yeah.
great. And I think you look around the group, we've got lots of really close friendships. People go to everyone's weddings or birthdays, and they go on from here to do other great things in their jobs, and they're still friends. And we actually had a dinner last night to celebrate one of our head smither, Jack, who's just passed his level 4 diploma at the age of
Amazing.
21, which I think is one of the youngest.
Wow.
Not verified, but I think he's one of the youngest in the UK to do that. So we had a dinner to celebrate. He chose his guest list, and we chose everything else. And so there are people that have worked for us that don't work with us anymore, and some that work. So it's really nice to see that those connections stay longer than just work.
That's really special.
They do say this industry, you go to work with your friends. We're very fortunate.
How long's your wife worked with you here?
So we have worked side by side, on and off, all our careers.
Oh wow, amazing.
Well,
So did you meet on the job basically?
Yeah, she was the reception manager and I was the restaurant manager.
At the Pig too?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it doesn't just create great careers.
Yeah,
It creates a family.
that's very true, yeah.
How amazing. In today's competitive market, how does the Pig shine the brightest? What advice would you offer an aspiring hotel director looking to make their mark?
Listen to the guests, probably is super important. They're more educated, more aware, they have access to more information than ever before. So they can tell us if we're doing it wrong pretty quick, which is actually a great asset to know if we are doing what we think we're doing right. I think just constantly look around. There's so much inspiration around the industry to see who's doing what differently or better or newer. Arguably we're all doing the same thing, which is serving cups of tea and a glass of wine, but there are 1,000 ways of doing it, and I think it's finding what works for you, what works for your brand, and then connecting with that and the guests. So
Have your eye on the ball at all times.
yeah, it's a slightly addictive way of looking at it.
Yeah. I suppose it is though. It's when it becomes such a love in your life.
Yeah.
It's not a bad addiction. It's something that you want to nurture and improve all the time.
True.
Yeah. What is the most unusual or heartwarming request you've ever received from a guest?
Oh, I mean, we honestly get hundreds, thousands a year as guests come and they really want to make it unique or special to themselves. We're always happy to help. At the Pig at Bridge Place, where I used to work until recently, and when I moved back here, we had a regular guest that sadly passed, and then their family wanted to plant a tree in memory, so they've planted a tree in the orchard at Bridge Place.
How special is that?
That's pretty cool. So that will grow on and live on forever. That was the view she loved. So yeah.
That's really lovely.
And then there are smaller ones such as glasses of fizz and flowers and proposals. But
that is so sentimental. Moving on to your 25-mile menu. From your end, how do you ensure the philosophy is present everywhere, not just in the menu?
I mean, today there's so many words, there's sort of it words or hooks that everyone follows, but from the very start we've always looked for reclaimed furniture, charity shops for our antique cutlery and crockery. So we're constantly looking at is everything feeding into what we want? And I think that this hyper-local style, it's not really a style, it's a culture for us. It's just who we are. So whether that's our suppliers, our equipment, our staff, the food menu in particular, everything is about supporting the local farmer, the local businessman. And I think today that's really current and relevant with everyone chasing B Corp and wanting to champion local products. But not saying we were first, because we certainly weren't, but it's really great to think actually we didn't set out to say this is who we want to be. It just naturally fell that way. And it's just evolved from there. So we're pretty lucky.
Yeah, I would say so. Actually, Tom, you've mentioned it before. We did a little kind of predictions for the hospitality industry. Tom had mentioned your 25-mile menu, how brilliant it is. It's not an idea we ever see anywhere else, and absolutely now in today's market you're seeing more of it. But I think you were pretty damn close to being the first to be looking at something like that.
Maybe. I mean, I definitely remember as a restaurant manager in 2014, some of the biggest complaints we had were guests saying there's no tablecloths and the staff are wearing trainers, which today is like people would laugh at. Whereas back then, that's how perhaps forward-thinking it was, that staff wore trainers was almost sort of unacceptable to a lot of diners. So sometimes we forget how much this has changed in just 10 years. So yeah, it's fascinating to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I like how things are set. I've never been one for a tablecloth, and I'm always in trainers. I love a bit of that.
Very on trend.
Yeah. I think that's generations as well, isn't it? I suppose kids go out in trainers nowadays to a club or a pub or whatever it is. It's moulding with the new generations, isn't it? And if you've been there for 10 years prior to when it's all coming in, you're already set to succeed with the next generation and keep moving forward. So what a brilliant foot to be on. Sticking with local is a very standout feature. We can naturally imagine that can sometimes be tricky. Have there been some times where your commitment to the concept has been more trouble?
I think in the early days it was incredibly novel to have one British producers and two local, so whether it was Hampshire or in the New Forest. And now that's completely normal. Everyone expects to see that on the menu. Everyone expects to see the farmer, the boat name, the farm it's come from. That is all a given on menus across the UK now. I think it's always a pressure to make sure that we don't take the easy option. It's very easy just to pick up the phone to some suppliers and you can get something from somewhere in the world delivered probably the next day. But that's not what we want to do. So we regularly will cause ourselves to give more energy sourcing that food than taking the easy road of just ringing up a supplier and getting something sent in. So we're constantly testing ourselves and challenging ourselves, and we constantly question ourselves: is it the right thing? Have we got the best produce? And sometimes cheese in near the Pig near Bath Hotel is phenomenal. They're blessed with great selection of cheese. So we might purchase cheese from further afield, but that's okay because we still believe in the brand. We still believe in what they're doing. We don't ever want to say we're so constrained by the 25 menu we won't have pepper or coffee on the menu. That we feel would perhaps not be the right way to go. But with the coffee, can it be roasted in the UK? Can it be as sustainable as possible? And trying to make the right decisions where possible.
So you're mentioning coffee, pepper. Clarkson's Farm. I don't know if you're a fan.
I think my nephew watched it quite a lot, so I've vicariously captured a bit.
He was struggling to source pepper, coffee, cola, ketchup. Is there something in particular that you struggle sourcing that is UK made?
With the way the world's going, nothing is consistent. So you could source a really good product and then suddenly it's not available. I mean, not on the menu at the moment, but at one point we had some beef that was coming from Ireland because it was amazing. So that's not 25 miles, obviously. We're okay to do that. I think there's always going to be products coming from abroad. That might be the uniform, so staff trainers. That might be, I mean, some of the furniture that we have that's an antique that we might be the fifth owner of. That would have originated somewhere not in the UK. So I think as long as we're responsible with it, there's always going to be something in this hotel property that is not 100% sort of born and bred and made in the UK. But again, where possible, we'll just be responsible. So we would rather buy old and reuse it than buy new, just because of its provenance. It's all just about balancing those decisions, talking it through with each other, debating it, making sure it's right for us.
I think it's nice that each bit of furniture has a story.
I mean, wine's a good choice, actually. So English wine has now got a phenomenal reputation. It's everywhere. Yet we still have wine from all over the world on our menu, and we're very proud of that. We work very hard to have a big cellar with lots of different wines in. Depends what you want, but if you'd like a glass of wine, we've got over 50 listings on the menu at the moment that are English. So we've got, still a sizable amount. There are some wines you can't replicate in the UK.
I didn't actually think of wine. I don't know why. I've seen your wine cellar.
That was just one of them, yeah.
Is that just one?
That was the red wine cellar.
Oh, I could live in there. Actually, that's right up your street, isn't it? Yeah. I'm more of a white wine gal, I think.
White wine cellar's bigger.
Oh! I've chosen the right one. I'm going to have to see that later. You will have to show me.
You'd be most welcome.
Just thank you. We'll do our little quick fire round.
Sure.
And then I promise to let you go. We're doing good. What is the biggest lesson you've learnt from working with your gardeners and chefs here at the Pig?
Trust your team. Just
Yeah.
listen to them. They are experts in what they do. They do that every day. And even though I might think sometimes I'm an expert, if they're the best at it, definitely listen to them. Whether that's frost is coming or the water content of a potato affecting the chips, just trust their skill set.
Yeah. I suppose that's not actually an issue many other hotels have to deal with regards to the garden.
Yeah, anything. I mean, even anything.
Yeah.
The garden, the grounds, the animals. I've not grown up being a farmer, so I know some, but I would say very little. Maybe because I hold a high rank does not mean I know more. If anything, it definitely means I know less.
Yeah.
So, by surrounding myself with a really strong team, it allows me to get the best out of everyone.
What is one hotel idea or concept that you think, damn, I wish I could come up with that?
Oh, I mean, so many. I mean, at the moment, the sort of wellness thing, I mean, it's not a hotel, but all the beaches around the New Forest at the moment have got these community saunas, so you can either book them privately or as a group.
Yeah.
And I think wellness is obviously at the top of everyone's agenda. Burnout, self-care, these are words that perhaps weren't encouraged to be talked about when I was coming through the ranks. And I think definitely if that could have been around longer, these beach saunas and cold swimming days would be brilliant. It's not necessarily a hotel brand, and I'm sure lots of brands have them now, but that 10, 20 years ago would be pretty cool.
Have you ever tried one?
I've been for the swim. I haven't been for the sauna bit yet. I do need to do it. It's on my list.
Brilliant. And we did it in April, so it was still a little bit.
It's very cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was.
Refreshingly so.
Yeah, but you're in the sauna and it's so hot that you're like, get me an water immediately. I can't hack it. So you sprint. It's lovely.
It's a long walk, isn't it, from the warm room to the cold water?
Yeah, you're right. It is.
I wouldn't mind if I was stepping out.
Just a little quick jump back in.
Turn around.
Yeah. You just have to run for it. Could you please finish this sentence for me? I love my job because.
I love my job because it's genuinely enjoyable every day. Every day is different. The team just make me laugh every day. The guests are great to speak to, and I love our products.
Nice. I'd like to think that everybody in your position or in any position would be able to say that, but I don't think that it's true that everyone will.
As soon as that passion, that energy, that drive starts to wane, I think it shows. And the moment you take your afterballers, it all comes crumbling down. So if you can't maintain that level because of your love for it, then it's very difficult to stay in that job, I think.
You speak to a lot of hospitality professionals it is all about a passion. I can tell you that I love what I do, but it's such a common word used in hospitality from professionals like yourself. And it's a drive, it's
It's a belief.
Yeah, absolutely. Last one. What's got you most excited about the future of the Pig?
Oh, I mean, it's just a continued growth. What does that mean for our team, and what does that mean for me? It's constant opportunities. Recently, one of the team have moved from being a waitress to a gardener, so the opportunity there to sort of follow who you want to be.
Yeah, that's really lovely. Well, I'd like to thank you for your time.
Not at all.
It's been really lovely to speak with you. You've given some amazing answers and a really good insight into what it is to be a part of the Pig, to be in your position as hotel director and shone a light on how wonderful your team is in a really beautiful way. So thank you.
No, thank you. It's
And I
very kind
appreciate your
words.
time. Thank
Anytime.
you very much.
Thank you.
Oh,
Right.
legend.
And no
Thank
fire
you.
alarm.
Yeah, right. Of course, that smell is absolutely glorious.
That's the wood-fired oven. Just
Oh.
mention that.
How nice is that?
Not bad. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
it's
Can't be
real-
grumpy. honestly,
Oh
can't
my
be
god, you
grumpy.
really can't, can you? What a lovely place to be. Get pizza on.
Well, that's be interesting to watch back.